That was my offering for the tree. And again, like, the bone matter is a great thing for spirits to hang on to.
That's Jules Cullen. She's a witch who lives in Kirksville, New York. One of her specialties is hexing.
My favorite way is to make a poppet, which is essentially a voodoo doll. And then I have a tree that I nail them to.
This tree in Cullen's backyard is filled with poppets from curses put upon those who have wronged her.
So this person kept saying things, kept saying they were going to curse me, do all these things. So I took it into my own hands and did it to them.
The effect was everything she hoped for.
Well, apparently she fell downstairs a lot. She tore ligaments in her feet and her legs. She was violently sick for a long time.
If you do feel that you have been wrongfully hexed, Jules tells me that there are ways to counteract it, such as spiritual baths and unhexing oil.
Hexing and cursing to me is just another way to defend yourself.
Cullen operates a shop right on her front porch called Julie's Cauldron, where she reads tarot cards and sells all the essentials for practicing witches. She's also the president and founder of Witches and Heathens of Central New York, and says the area has a strong witch community.
There are thousands. Now in the organization we have over 2,000 members, but it's much more than you could even imagine.
One of these witches living in Central New York is Emerson Kopsak. Her practices are less extreme than some, as she focuses most of her energy into research and learning things like protection spells.
You're mostly just using your energy and pushing it into an object.
Robert Gervais is the owner of the Earthbound Metaphysical Shop in North Syracuse, where you can get a cup of coffee with your crystals. He comes from a line of ancestors who practice nature-oriented paganism.
Wicca is under paganism. It's all basically, think of pagan as the tree, and all the little branches are everything else.
Kopsak says that one of the most impactful spiritual experiences of her life occurred on the Wiccan holiday of Samhain, which takes place on Halloween. It's sometimes referred to as the Witch's New Year.
So I wanted to do something special, and so I got together like snacks and stuff that I wanted to give to for offerings.
Kopsak worships a number of different deities, and this special offering was for Hecate, the goddess she has worked with most throughout her practices. She brought these offerings to a graveyard behind her college dormitory and placed them in a tree.
Just with my practice, I wanted to work with the dead a lot because I'm very interested in learning about death and trying to be more comfortable with the idea of death.
Kopsak says she does not force her beliefs onto others and feels supported by friends and family.
My mom's main thing was just as long as I don't do anything with demons. But now I'm looking into demonology, so that's going to be fun. Might done something. She's a little demon. I call her my little demon.
Most of the time when people are working with demons, it's because they've got their own inner demons they need to take care of.
But battling with inner demons is not the only thing that Kopsak has to worry about.
I do what I can, just based on school and stuff, because I'm in organic chemistry. I want to be a surgeon.
Some might be shocked to find just how many witches lead lives similar to their own.
People that you would never expect, certain lawyers, certain politicians, stuff like that are all very secretive about what they do.
But the community is plagued with one misconception in particular.
That we're all evil. That we're all bad people.
Most of Cullen's time is spent helping people, not hexing them.
I'm huge on being a good person.
Every year, Witches and Heathens of CNY holds a Witches Ball. Last year, the organization raised $18,000 for the witch community, with 10% of ticket sales going to the Food Bank of Central New York.
A lot of charity organizing, not just for the witches, but for the Samaritan Center, Oakwood Cemetery. We work with them to do cleanups and stuff. We're just trying to show people who we are.
It may be hard to see past the stereotypes we find in the media each and every day, but with an open mind, and maybe a closed casket, it's easy to see all the good that comes from the tight-knit witchcraft community. For NCC News, I'm Ryan Baker.